welcome to the Carroll Newsroom Hot Half Hour. Here we cover hot topics from around campus, covered by our reporters out in the field. Our dedicated team of reporters have been super busy gathering the latest stories from around campus, bringing you everything you need to know going on here at Carroll. Stay tuned for the exciting lineup of updates and features coming your way. To start off with, we have Davion with a debut of the most recent living requirements here on campus.
Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the Carroll housing crisis and how it's caused many problems for students all across campus. We're going to go over a video that explains and highlights the issues and problems that students face every day in the housing and ways that students wanted to get it fixed but weren't able to get the problem fixed. Carroll's beautiful campus is the home to more than 900 students all around campus across 4 different housing buildings. Carroll passed a new living requirement that requires students to live on campus for not only 2 years but 3 years now, and that caused an uproar amongst students. We got the chance to interview some students who were affected by this matter, and there were a lot of students who were not happy with this change. Joe, do you want to tell us a little bit about how the rule change impacted you guys as a class, being a part of that first class where they made that change?
Yeah. So when I was a freshman, that's when they had made the change, and didn't really affect me at all then, because all freshmen are in Guad, most sophomores are in Charles. It depends on where they can get. But by the time we became juniors, it felt like the system was kind of clogged, and they never stopped getting in freshmen, and they never stopped getting in new people. So now we have, instead of Guad being all freshmen, there's sophomores and juniors staying on the 3rd floor on the boys' side, and same with the girls' side. Charles is full of juniors, which is not usually the case. And Trent is full, and I feel like we've just run out of space at some point.
Yeah. You want to just talk a little bit about the reactions from everyone? I remember there was a lot of backlash the school got, and if I remember correctly, I remember there were lots of emails sent out.
Yeah, a lot of people had wanted their voice to be heard, which is fair. Just because again, it's always been like Charles is not the most fun to live in, so you'd think you only get 1 year there and you can get out.
We had the opportunity to have a conversation with another student and get his feedback on the situation. This is what he had to say. You think they did it to just generate more income from making students stay on campus?
That's what I told her. I was like, you guys are just trying to fill all the rooms to make the most money with it. And she tried to tell me that it wasn't, but I mean, maybe there were some reasons that weren't money involved, but I mean, that's what everything comes down to at the end of the day. So honestly, the thing I'm most mad about is just the requirement to get the meal plan. Probably the worst part about living on campus is just the stack, and it's getting better.
To stay on campus, students are paying an extra $10,000 for their food plan in their room. I am someone who lives off campus, and for your average college student, it is roughly $2,000 to $3,000 cheaper to live off campus than to live on campus after everything. I'm just going to send it back to the station.
Thank you. Another news reporter has been looking into new opportunities for Carroll College team events. More on that from our reporter out in the field. Katie?
All right, thank you, Tucker. I am Katie, and I am talking about the Carroll College Rodeo team debut. So let's get started.
Adding a rodeo team at Carroll College would bring an exceptional engagement at Carroll College. Students choose Carroll because of their desire to embrace its diverse activities, which best points to bringing on a rodeo team. I spoke with Kyle Whittaker, the head rodeo coach at MSU, and he said, quote, "Here at Montana State, rodeo has been successful for a long time, and the community takes a lot of pride in our success. A school might find it easier to field a nationally competitive rodeo team compared to other sports which are present on more campuses." End quote. Bringing on a rodeo team is surely no easy task, but funding can be supported through fundraising and other community supporters.
Not only will adding a Carroll College rodeo team improve community engagement with their students to get out, try something new, embrace that Montana lifestyle and embracing that rodeo life.
I spoke with Morgan Decorius about how adding a rodeo team would be beneficial to Carroll.
Okay,
All right, I am Morgan Tekorius. I am a senior here at Carroll. I'm graduating this May, and my degree is in anthrozoology. And yeah, I was asked to come and to say a few things about the rodeo team. Sunny is also very interested in the rodeo team, as you can see. So I have a horse here at the Carroll barn. Her name is Breeze, and it's so hard to find time to ride and find the motivation to ride when you're doing school. And I've talked for the last 4 years since I've been at Carroll about getting a rodeo team and about what sort of opportunities that would open up. And I just think it would be a great move on Carroll's part. I think that a lot of students would be a lot more interested if they had some sort of extracurricular courses. It's a good way to get people out and riding, especially in the cold months, if they have something to work towards. And yeah, I just think there would be a lot of prospective and current students that would be interested in something like that. Plus, I think it would help kind of put Carroll on the map a little bit more and get students competing for Carroll, which would be super cool. So,
What better fun than on a weekend spent supporting their fellow fighting saints here on the Helena Rodeo grounds and around the state, fighting against other rodeo teams bringing their astronomically good skills than this rodeo team debuting at Carroll College.
So let's take steps forward and start taking steps on bringing a rodeo team to the Fighting Saints.
So that's a wrap on the Carroll College rodeo team debut. Back to you, Tucker.
Thank you, Katie. Hopping off the rodeo team and back into life in the dorms, we have our reporter, Lance Burrows, reporting on basic needs within the dorms.
Tucker, I'm here. Lance Burrows here in the Carroll College. Quad bathroom. Laundry room. Here to discuss an issue. Hopefully come to a solution today. As you can know, laundry not cheap. Same with Carroll College tuition. Extremely not cheap. And here today to discuss the idea of free laundry. See if we can implement that into our tuition, or hopefully not into our tuition, just get that instituted. I'm gonna interview some people, talk to administration, and hopefully come to a solution that can benefit everybody.
Who am I here with today?
Luke Monbach.
What's your opinion on the current state of laundry?
You know, I think it's ridiculous that we have to pay extra for our laundry. We're already paying tens of thousands of dollars to go here every year, and the extra $20 a month as a broke college kid is not something I need.
Okay, what would you think about if Carroll could institute free laundry?
Oh man, that would be game changing, man. I give it a thumbs up.
Thank you.
I'll give it 3 booms. Boom! Boom! Boom!
There's some communication with the facilities team. I found that they do rent the laundry machine, so they have to pay back the vendor there. But a chunk of the profit goes to the school's general fund, which they use to keep up an everyday operations of running the college.
Lance, back here in the laundry room. Fortunately, I was unable to do Carroll College free laundry by myself, but if enough of us come together, like the idea, sure we can figure something out and try to get something that'll benefit all of us, hopefully as soon as we can. Appreciate it. Let me know what you all think, and hopefully we can make a change. All right, send it back to you, Tucker.
Thank you. Now, let's not hang out all of our laundry to dry here on campus, but some things do need to be brought to light. More on that for our next reporter that has been out searching in the dark for improvements around Carroll College. Allie, off to you.
Thank you, Tucker. I'm Allie, and I'm here at Carroll College, and behind me are beautiful, stunning buildings and a vibrant campus life. This place is where students, faculty, and visitors come together to learn, grow, and connect. This campus takes on a different atmosphere. For many, navigating in the darker areas of campus after dark can be a little bit daunting. But what if we could change that? What if better lighting could not only improve safety, but enhance the overall experience here at Carroll?
Whether you're walking from class to your car, heading to the library late at night, or passing through campus during the darker hours, we all know that lighting plays a crucial part in keeping us safe and ensuring that our campus remains a welcoming environment for everyone. But right now we have some areas where lighting could use some improvements. Let's take a closer look. As you can see, this is a map of our campus. There are a few areas where lighting is either dim or insufficient. To get a deeper perspective on this, I was able to sit down with Jay Nelson, head of security here at Carroll College, to discuss the importance of lighting on campus.
Where do you think that the problem lighting areas are on campus?
Number one would be Alumni Walk. Okay, that is literally our main thoroughfare through campus, especially when you look at the amount of academic buildings with Simperman and Fortin. You look at the campus center where everybody's going to eat probably 3 times a day. That is our major thoroughfare, and that should be one of the most well-lit walkways there is. The number 2 place, and this is just my perception, Guadalupe Hall to the PE Center in the Hat. That is not a well-lit area and fairly heavily trafficked. And then number 3 I would couple with sort of our peripheral areas. Parking lots, it would be the east side of St. Charles Hall, near like the student parking, St. Owl's, that sort of area.
How many students call security wanting to be walked from a different building if they're feeling unsafe?
The answer, my understanding, 0 in the last 6 months, but I want to increase that because I want to have students feel safe that if they have to park further away from campus, a quick phone call and somebody can either walk them or drive them, whether it's in a vehicle or a golf cart, and safely take them to wherever the residence hall is.
How would new lighting enhance safety for students and faculty at night?
Called the 64-acre view. We have 64 acres of campus. And so that broad view is if we're doing everything we can to keep this campus safe and secure, we're going to attract people. I think increases in security cameras, increases in lighting, a more professional security staff is going to reap the benefits of having more students.
Thank you for joining us and exploring this important topic. If you have any other ideas about how we can improve lighting on campus, Mr. Nelson would love to hear from you. He'll be sending out a survey soon, so make sure your voice is heard. Until then, let the light lead you the way to learning. Back to you, Tucker.
Thank you, Allie, for bringing that to our attention. Now, there's a few other concerns back in the dorms that need to be brought forward. Now, one of our reporters, Lavani, has been cooking up this story in the kitchens on campus for quite some time now. Off to you.
Hi, I'm Lavani, and here we are at Carroll College here in Helena, Montana. We'll be talking to students and hearing about problems here at Charles Kitchen, because it's not just communal cooking space. Not all of the students can eat at the cafeteria stack, because they may have dietary restrictions or their religion might not even allow all the foods. So we'll be interviewing some of the students. First one will be Braden Sewell. Who is sophomore here and has been cooking a lot in this kitchen.
So I started cooking in the kitchen because a while ago I got sick of the stack. It was at that point I realized I need a lot more control over what I eat. So I pretty much cook everything I eat now.
Braden uses this kitchen pretty frequently, preparing most of his meals here. This kitchen presents various challenges for him. Broken appliances and limited resources are some of them.
So sometimes I'll come down here to cook and the stove doesn't even work at all, and that just completely ruins my meal for the night.
For international students, shared kitchen becomes even more crucial.
Because of my religious practices, I can't eat most of the food at the campus cafeteria. So this kitchen is where I need to be preparing my meals.
Wong is just spending 1 semester at the Carroll College, so that makes investing in personal kitchen equipment impractical for him.
Cooking without my own stuff is hard, man. Like, I'd have to be creative. Sometimes I have to borrow some other students who cook. Since I'm only going to be here this semester, it's kind of like a waste to buy my own stuff.
This problem is really important for students. That's why I interviewed Andrew Danager, the SRA of St. Charles.
My name is Andrew. I'm an SRA, and one of the things about the St. Charles kitchen that not many people know is that if you do not have kitchen and cooking utensils, you can go to the RA at the RA desk, and they can grab you some new utensils out of the RA closet and give it to you. Yeah, so in the St. Charles kitchen, sometimes not everyone cleans up after themselves, which can be frustrating for some of the residents, especially some of those people who use it quite often. Usually the people that use it quite often are pretty good about cleaning up after themselves, but there's some people that can leave it in quite a mess. So we'd suggest for anybody that does use the kitchen to just clean up after yourselves and help pretty much support the community.
That was me reporting from Carroll College. Back to station now.
Supplies and skills in the kitchen can be definitely needed when brewing a story like that. Thank you, Levani. To wrap up this hot half hour here on Carroll's Newsroom, we have some tips and tricks to keep your dorm rooms in the tip-top shape when disaster strikes. This PSA has been in the workings, creating the best recommendations for students here on campus. Here's a listen.
Hello, this is Tucker Monaco reporting from the facilities office. We're about to head inside and talk to Tori about the new work order app that was launched early October this year.
All right, so I'm here with Tori, and she's going to walk us through the new work order system.
So it helps us track all work orders who have come through the system, and then we can see like repeated issues with drains, repeated issues with heat, things like that, so it can prepare us to do larger projects, or we can see if something's happening more frequently than should be.
All right, so I was asked by Tori to go over the work order app that got pushed out in late October. You'll find it here on your Octa page. It is this Carroll College Facilities and Maintenance Repair Request app. Once you click on it, it may ask you to sign in. But to submit a work order, we're going to go up here to New Request and Maintenance Request. Your request type is going to vary depending on what's actually wrong in your dorm room and needs fixing. For today, we're going to go through an appliance or general maintenance because we're going to be doing a broken hinge. So in this request box right here, it's going to be simply just what is a simple overview of the issue. So we're going to put a broken hinge. We'll put the building that it's located in and your room number. Your followers are going to be your roommates. Well, if you tag your roommates in the work order, it'll just basically send them an email when maintenance is actually working on and finalized with the work order. But down here in the additional information, this is where you're going to put all the details of what you're asking them to do. So for this broken hinge, the desk is located on the left-hand side. And it's going to be on the middle drawer. Basically, it just gives them a little more information on where to look and what to actually do. Down here, you can actually attach an image of what's actually broken, what's wrong. That's optional. And then you'll be able to submit your work order. Once you do, you'll be able to see it on your calendar page. And it's usually a 1 to 2 day turnaround of when they'll actually be able to get it fixed. To see one of these work orders in action, I was able to shadow Chip and Justin in the first floor Joe's bathroom. There was a work order submitted by Res Life that was explaining a clogged toilet on the urinal side of the bathroom. They deemed it out of order because it was overflowing. This caused Chip and Justin to go into the water closet and figure out which pipes to cut, which ones to unclog, and which ones to snake. They ended up taking the end of this brass pipe off and draining out what water and sewage was left in the pipe.
Once that was drained, they were able to take a hammer and chisel to it to further release the cap and flush out the rest of the debris and buildup that was in the pipes. Once this was done, they added a new PVC to prevent future causes and make it easier to fix in the future. Alrighty, and that's a wrap for us here at the facilities office. We'll send it back to you up at the station. Thank you for joining us on this edition of the Hot Half Hour here in Carroll's newsroom. Be sure to tune in next time as we dive deeper into the inner workings of Carroll College's campus. See you soon.